We cruised 7 nights in the cheapest cruise cabin category there is on the brand new Celebrity Ascent Cruise Ship. Will we recommend it? Is it worth it? We'll let you know by the end of this video. What's going on? My name's Jared. Jordan is upstairs filming the brand new Celebrity Ascent Cruise Ship ship tour coming to the channel very soon. We are going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this type of cruise cabin on board the brand new Celebrity Ascent Cruise Ship. And is it worth it? Would we recommend it to you at home, especially if it's the only thing available in your budget to get on board the brand new ship? We'll let you know by the end of this video. But before we get into it, please, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. All we do is cruise content, so if you are someone who loves cruise ships, loves cruising, then please hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that thumbs up. When it came to getting on board the maiden voyage of the Celebrity Ascent Cruise Ship, we knew that we needed to cut costs and save some money by booking the cheapest cabin available on board. Surprisingly enough, we got a really good deal on the Deluxe Inside Cabin. Now, technically, on some of the sailings, there is an inside cabin or a guaranteed inside cabin that is cheaper, but when we booked this cabin, this was actually cheaper than the other two categories. Don't know why, don't go into the pricing of Celebrity Cruises and why they do what they do, but we were pleasantly surprised, and so we booked the Deluxe Inside Cabin. The main difference between the Deluxe Inside Cabin and the inside cabins on Celebrity Cruises is that there's a little bit more square footage. That is something that you need to know. Our room does have a little more square footage than the inside cabins and is technically in a better location, but other than that, they're about the exact same. So let's get into the good first of our Deluxe Inside Cabin. We have to start off with the space. The amount of space is fantastic. We absolutely love the fact that we can come into our cruise cabin and not feel like we're in inside cruise cabin on some of these other cruise lines out there that really feel like a cabinet. We have plenty of space, a couch, a nice place, a vanity to work or do any type of getting ready prep, as well as a beautiful, comfortable bed. And the space doesn't end there. The space goes into the bathroom, all of which just feels like a pure getaway resort cabin. Really like you're staying at a brand new resort in Hawaii. Just absolutely high-end finishes and design and decor. There is some fantastic features like the glass enclosed shower, which we absolutely love. Plenty of space for a man of our size, which is 6 foot to 6'4", like Jordan is. So you can shower without having to worry about the water being at your shoulder height. It can go all the way up to where you have plenty of room to shower. There's also the amenities. We love the fact that on board Celebrity Cruises, even in an inside cabin, you have all the amenities you need. You have the shampoo, you have the conditioner, shower gel, as well as hand soap and lotion, all of which are the basic amenities that you would want to have when really making sure that you are getting away, relaxing, and showering at your will. We can't talk about the space and the design without talking about the storage. We love the storage in this cabin, especially for an inside cabin, because it's endless. You have cabinets, you have drawers, you have hidden cubbies, and the storage under the bed is fantastic. We have 2 large suitcases, 1 small suitcase, all of which fit under the bed. We could fit another small suitcase under if we had it. We just don't have it with us. The storage is fantastic because it is out of the way. You do not have to see it. You do not have to look at it. You don't have to hang things on your wall. For the most part, we believe you can be in this cabin for 14 nights and have plenty of clothes, plenty of storage space for whatever you need. So we absolutely love the storage space and do think that they use it really well in the cabin, including those hidden little secret doors and cabinet spaces on the wall. Next, we really have to talk about the innovations to the room. And that goes with technology, but also innovations in space. One of the things for space that we love about this cabin is selfie lighting, which you can kind of see on my face right now, to really get ready at your will and how you like to get ready. It does not stop there. We also have innovation in technology. In fact, you can control the entire inside stateroom from your app on your phone. That means you can control the temperature, you can control the lighting, and you can even control your television from the app on your phone. Of course, don't worry if you're someone who likes to put your phone away for vacation. You can also do it on a panel on the wall or through a remote for your TV. So do not worry, you don't have to have your phone, but if you want to, it's really nice to be able to set the temperature of your stateroom from your bed or just outside your stateroom if you're out and about. There's also a go green capability. So if you're someone who's environmentally sustainable and really wants to do the best by the environment, you can go green in your cabin to make sure it's at the best sustainable levels across the board. Another great feature we love about the TV and the innovations is being able to stream to your TV from your phone. This is something that we've actually been able to do on Celebrity Beyond as well, and even Celebrity Apex. But what we love about this is that you can actually have downloaded movies or sometimes even stream straight from Netflix from your phone to your TV if you have those capabilities and subscriptions. Now, we absolutely love this capability, but we know all the fun is outside of the cabin, so it's just a nice to have, especially on those longer voyages. Lastly, the bed is super comfortable. We have not had a problem with a Celebrity cruise ship bed at all, ever. But we just had to note it because I know that's something that is of interest for a lot of cruisers. The cabins usually come with a fantastic bed, and we really haven't had a problem sleeping on any bed in any cruise cabin. Those were the good, but let's talk about now the bad. And there aren't a ton of bad, but they're ones that you need to know, especially for certain cruisers out there that have certain capabilities or wants for their stateroom cabins. The first one is going to be regarding outlet space. Now, there are really good outlets in the vanity area. In fact, there's a nice little box that keeps it hidden, and you have a European, 2 US, and a few USB outlets all in that box. But where the bag comes into play is near the bed space, as one of the people sleeping will not have an outlet next to them. Now, the other side does have 1 US outlet and 2 USB outlets, so that person's going to be just fine playing away on their phone all night if they want to, whereas the other one really needs to stay asleep or read a book because you can't really have your phone plugged in right next to you at the bed. Another bad, and you might already kind of recognize it from this video, the lights are at full blast in this room. Yes, that means it's quite dark in this inside cabin. If you're someone who does get a little depressed while not being able to see outside to the water or gets claustrophobic with dark and dingy spaces, that is something that you need to take in consideration when booking an inside cabin. Now, this isn't something that is across all inside cabins, across all cruise lines. We actually think that it is very specific to certain cruise ships with Celebrity. A lot of times some inside cabins are super spacious and light colored to give you that brightness factor. Unfortunately, on this cruise ship, it's not the case. The high-end decor kind of outweighed the lighting in our cruise cabin. And although it's the highest of finishes, we really wish it was a little bit brighter in here and not so dark. It's not something that we really worry about too much, but if you're somebody that does worry about that, do not book an inside cabin. All right, that was it for the bad. However, there's one thing you have to know, and it is our true ugly of these cruise cabins. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up. But let's get into the ugly. Unfortunately, with inside cabins, especially on Celebrity Edge class ships, you kind of have a gamble every time you book it. As much as you want to try to find a cabin that is squished between other cabins and between decks, you sometimes still have crew areas next door to your cabins. Now, this can happen technically to any cabin, but for an inside stateroom, it happens way more often than that of a veranda or a higher category stateroom. What does this mean and what does it entail for you if you get a cabin next to a crew area? Well, sometimes there's a lot of noise. Not necessarily talking, but just like noises of things being moved around, shifted around, put down, put against the wall, those types of things that could really drive some people wild. We know some people really need their space to be as silent and no noise as possible. And so when booking your cruise, as much as we try to get away from those areas, it's not always avoidable when you get an inside cabin. So if that's something that worries you or bothers you, we highly recommend looking at verandas. There's a lot better way to make sure you're not up to a crew cabin in or not crew cabin, but crew area in a veranda category or a suite category. So I highly recommend looking at those categories if at all that bothers you. Now, would we book an inside cabin or a deluxe inside cabin on Celebrity Cruises, Celebrity Ascent Cruise Ship ever again? Absolutely. Especially if it's the only way for you to save money, cruise on a budget, make sure that you have enough money available to save for future cruises. We highly recommend doing so. In fact, inside cabins are where we sleep the best on a cruise ship. You don't have much light coming in, and if you really want to sleep for days, you pretty much could. I'm sure the stateroom attendant would probably check in on you a few times if you were gone for that long. But other than that, it is a great way to cruise and get away, but do it on a budget. What about you though? Do you ever try an inside cabin? Of course, we prefer a veranda or infant veranda stateroom on this category of cruise ship. This class of ship has some fantastic options across the board, but to save some money on the main voyage, we did do what is best for us by booking an inside cabin. Have you sailed in an inside cabin? Would you sail in an inside cabin? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts. Do you love it? Do you hate it? We would love to hear from you and help the cruise community out. Thanks so much for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. And until next time, see ya.